And
what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to another great episode of In Your City here on WNSB Hot 91, the soul of VA. Look, you're joining with your favorite crew. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin. With me always is my family. Comedian SyRok Foxx.
Hey, what's going on?
Hustle Queen, Miss Michele Young.
Hey.
And we always got to shout out our producer, Mr. Kam Godley.
yo,
Man, what's going on with you?
This is a busy month, man. I ain't gonna lie.
But it's a good busy, though.
Yeah, good busy.
I mean, it's a lot.
Busy.
There you go. That's all that matters. And it's happening for all of us. I mean, you have loads of events happening this year. Myself, Michelle, and then on top of that, y'all, we got to announce too a big, huge thing. We will be emceeing the 3rd annual Pride at the Peak.
In the peak.
Pride
in the peak. We about to get fired.
No, I always say that, but again, Pride in the Peak, and sponsored by Dollar Tree and Family Dollar. So we're very excited to be the MCs for this. They're expecting 6,000 people.
Man,
It's gonna be amazing.
Dope. We got amazing vendors there, food trucks, performances galore. Man, it's dope. I'm very excited, and man, it's just gonna be a dope time. I mean, bringing the community together, and we're gonna hopefully have some fun. Hopefully, SyRok will act on his best behavior.
I will.
Will you?
Well, I have been getting DMs from the super straights. Y'all know how much I hate those guys, and they're telling me that if I proceed to do this event, I will transform into Gay Dizzy.
Oh,
So
wow.
just don't drink the water. You'll be all right.
Apparently, being gay is contagious, and
Wow.
this event will definitely give me the gays.
Wow.
So that's what they're telling me. I don't know. I'm gonna see what happens. Yeah, people crazy, man. Ever since we started pushing this event,
You're
like,
getting hate.
yeah, you get a lot of
Getting hate.
Hey, but you know what though? Whenever you get those haters, I mean, that's when you're doing good and starting to success. Success starting to rise. It's when the haters start coming out. But yeah, again, very excited to be a part of that. And also on a sad note, y'all want to do her?
I'm not sad about it.
Wow. Okay.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, I gotta know what it is first.
Okay, I was gonna talk about June 30th will be our last
Oh yes.
show here on WNSB Hot 91.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So that wasn't you could have like redeemed yourself and be like, oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, we are sad about that.
I mean,
Well, that's getting awkward.
who's
Yeah,
sad about a promotion? Like,
but I can see man right now, like, oh my god. No, but real talk though, we really appreciate the opportunity here on WNSB. We had a blast. We grew an audience that we weren't expecting them. So we're very excited. And no worries, the show is not going anywhere. We're just happening, we're growing and we're gonna be moving on in some others.
We found a better way to make money. We found a better way to get busy. We got bills. But we do love Hot 91.
We really do, man. I mean, we're still going to continue to work with we have a lot of, we've been in contact with a lot of great independent artists in the Hampton Roads area, through the full package, which will be coming really soon too.
Yeah.
So we're still going to be a part of the family, just in different, different avenues and stuff. So we wanted to mention that now so that, from the time being, you're not alarmed and be like, wait a minute, next Sunday, what? Where you guys at? So just don't be alarmed. We're going to be making some posts on social media how you can continue to follow us and all that good stuff.
And the great part about it is we'll be able to subdivide some of our segments, like the dad jokes, the SyRok What You Thinks, the Michelle. Those will be all divided into their own compilations, and you can get the whole show. Man, it's just a whole new way to consume all of us instead of just a little bit.
Absolutely.
Very
And thank you for mentioning about dad jokes, because guess what?
Oh.
As you know, I don't have my card.
You
Oh, but I
did.
have one.
I
He memorized
he just
it.
didn't give the vibe that he had.
I-
Like he just didn't
He's
give
got
the
it right
vibe that he
here.
had from Bamboozle.
Okay. So, y'all, did y'all hear on the news last night about the lady that tried to cut her husband's private part?
What?
No, you didn't?
Lorena,
No.
part 2.
No, but what happened? That was a good one, though, too. But what happened, though, she missed and ended up cutting his leg.
What?
They had to charge her with a misdemeanor.
All right. All right.
The misdirection,
It was.
the misdirection, the smoke and mirrors.
was.
Bravo.
I like that.
Good
one.
joke.
Okay.
Good joke.
Oh,
So,
stop it.
I was
Yo,
privy to
stop
that
it.
one before, and I
You
was
heard
like,
her?
"You got to deliver on it." And
Yeah.
he just made me laugh in telling it again after I knew
That's
where he was
good.
going with it.
Yo.
So I got to give it up to him.
Yeah.
I got to give it up to him.
With I like that.
Thanks, guys.
Be
Thanks.
proud. Be
Oh,
proud.
oh, I am.
don't even have no jokes
That
for
was-
the joke. Like
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah, that was actually. Really
I'm actually proud of all my jokes. I feel like they're
Oh, you shouldn't
A1.
be.
And
You shouldn't be. No, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Look,
You
I
got-
forgot he was doing a joke, and I'm like, she really
You're
did
1 in
that?
19
She
from the
really-
field. You're 1 in 19.
Not a good percentage. Bro.
Alrighty
Not a
then.
good
Alrighty
percentage.
then. Well, look, moving on, because I really didn't have a main topic, but what has been kind of popping up on my feed is a lot of stories involving people either not paying their taxes or public figures getting in trouble with
Ooh.
something like that. So y'all know the artist Sean Kingston, right? I haven't heard of Sean Kingston.
Yes, what is that song? We
Beautiful
can
Girls.
Go to
Hey.
the tropics,
Hey.
sipping on
That's the one you go to?
Of all the Sean Kingston
I know, right? Because you said
Hey,
"Beautiful
I
Girls"
know
really
that
was
one.
his hit.
Beautiful
That was
Girls was the
You
one.
never saw that video though?
No.
You're
Oh.
insane.
You didn't see it on Twitter?
I see she's a fan. I see you got fans here on the show.
I thought she was singing a completely different artist. I'm like, yo,
You're like,
what song is
No,
that?
I believe I do know the song she's talking about. But when you hear Sean Kingston, you immediately
Beautiful
think
girls
Beautiful
all
Girls.
day, all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, I just know a lot of different songs.
That's
Don't
right.
he sing the song "Suicidal"?
That's all. That's in the song
That's
"Beautiful,
Beautiful
Girls."
Girls.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Suicidal.
Yeah.
And you say it's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
that.
But it's been a while since we really heard from him. I know recently, or not recently, but after that hit song, I know he was in like a bad accident, like boat accident. So he was kind of like out of the blue for a minute. But recently he's made headlines, but for the wrong reasons. Him and his mom were arrested for I think stealing $1 million in fraud. So jewelry, Cadillacs, the whole 9 yards. They had the FBI raided his home with his mom, and they arrested her, and then they arrested him after he finished hitting the stage at some festival.
I saw Johnny Dang tweet. Now, how I'm gonna get my money? How I'm gonna get the rest of my money?
That's hilarious.
You know who Johnny Dang is?
He's a jewelry
Old
guy,
Asian
right?
Jewelry guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
But
god.
Sean Kingston been a scammer for years now. Like this ain't new.
This is crazy. See, it's new. It's just, it blows my mind because when you're in the public eye, why do you think, for anybody, not even just public figures, don't think you can cheat the system, man? Please do not think you can cheat the system, because I was talking to a buddy of mine last week, and I was telling him, man, how much I had to pay in taxes, this and that and the other. I said, but hey, I had to do it because the more money you make, hey, that price is gonna keep on going up. Yeah, it sucks that you gotta pay Uncle Sam that much.
Yeah.
But he was like, oh man, I'm like, all right. Wesley Snipes thought the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in there for a minute. So when I saw this,
bogus don't do Wesley. We could have said somebody current. Wesley recovered now. He out there.
he
Working.
did.
He's about to be Blade again. He's about to be Blade again.
Oh, whoa.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Don't he look like he on the what is it? Ozempic?
Ozempic. He do look a little dry. He do looking real dry, like that uncle that you just.
Expendables, I thought, boy, he wasn't looking like he.
First of all, the fight scenes in that movie was trash. I mean, to have Blade in there, I'm like, you would think it would be a little more graphic, but I'm like, you should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all rest this movie. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up, man. So for people that are tuning in and listening, look, do not cheat the system. Pay your taxes. Just please don't get scammed or don't become a scammer, because best believe you will get caught.
How was he scamming?
I mean,
Like,
not
how
when you buy
Like
something and say you having
Ah.
like a payment plan and you just don't pay them, you just take it and never give it back.
So he was using his own notoriety as that,
Collateral.
pretty much.
And a lot of celebs do it because they're like, hey, look,
I
look
don't
at my
see
They
how
think you
Sean
have it.
Kingston come to my store. I'm not giving him no credit.
But you think he does have money
You would
though?
No.
assume.
Michelle's gonna be
No.
like singing that song. You're like, here,
Yeah.
take it.
Like,
Sean
yeah.
Kingston is still wearing lacrosse polo shirt. He's still wearing lacrosse. He had Essence jeans on last picture I seen him in. So there's nothing about him that tells me he got money.
That is hilarious. That's hilarious. I mean, hey, I can't. I mean,
His forces was creased. Come
His
on.
forces.
look.
Lean it to the side.
Well, look, y'all. Look. We got to move it on to one of our favorite segments of the show. It's time for SyRok. Man, what you think?
Attention, please. It's time It's time for.
It go down in the field. It go down. It go down.
It's time for SyRok. What you think?
Hey, 757, man, what's going on? It's 12 o'clock, and y'all know what it is. It's your favorite little segment, Pick Me Up, after you get done praising Jesus. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Now, today's question is real simple. A guy comes, now, I don't know if he was telling me this out of animosity or hate or out of love. I don't know. I don't know the person, personally. So I can't really interpret his vibe on accident. But it came like it was a little hate. He said, SyRok, why do you talk about love being so easy? Why do you act like it's easy to love, basically? And if I'm getting the question, the way he wrote it, it was dots in it. I don't know. It just seemed like he had some haterism in his body. Now he can hit me up again and let me know, like, oh no, it wasn't like that, bro. Because that's normally how it is when I press somebody. Anyway,
I ain't never mean it like that, man. I ain't mean it.
Listen out there to all the 7 cities. If you can hear my voice, man, love, Love. I'm gonna capitalize that L. It's extremely easy. It's the work that's hard. The work to maintain, to feed, nourish, grow. That's the stuff that's hard to do. Love itself is extremely easy. I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But if I don't take my black ass to, we ain't off the radio yet. If I don't take my black tail to Food Line to pick up this box, it ain't gonna be no relationship between me and them glorious cinnamon coated squares. Listen. Love, man, love is extremely easy, and that's why I talk about it so easy. I love talking about my family, my work, my career, my everything that I've cultivated and put energy into it. All that, that's easy. The work, that is what you're describing. The work is what people give up on. The work to actually listen to who you love. That's hard enough as it is. Paying attention. I can't tell you how many times my lady done told me something, and then I said the exact same thing.
I'm guilty. I'm so guilty. Oh, I'm so guilty.
Say, we need some water. 5 minutes later, dang, we out of water. That's the hard part of love. That's the hard part. So yeah, of course, I'm going to talk about love being easy. I can very, very, very clearly have my heart on my sleeve and tell you everything and everyone that I love. Now, the work, it took me a long time to get to this point, but I was very weak when it came to taking them steps to make sure that love actually built into a good relationship. But man, come on, y'all crazy. What do y'all think? Is love easy? Am I tripping? Or we'll start with Michelle.
So obviously I'm a big proponent of self-love. You can't love other people, first of all, if you don't love yourself, and if you're not in a good place with who you are. But I also think loving, obviously love is a choice. You choose to love a person through highs and lows, good and bad. But I just feel like a lot of people may make it hard just because they had this idea, like, if I love you and give you my whole heart, then you're not going to, make mistakes. You're not going to lie, cheat, whatever, and not taking into consideration that everybody, we're all human and we all have a dark side and a light side, and you're going to see both, especially the longer you're in a relationship, you're going to see both. You're going to experience some of the worst pain from that person hurting you, but you're also going to experience some of the best pleasure from being with that person. Yeah. But people choose to love, and they base that love on the pleasure and all the happy times, as opposed to, choosing that love as well. They think the love goes away. Oh, you don't love me anymore because you cheated, or you don't love me anymore because you lied to me about these things, and it's just, that's just part of where I feel we make love hard. You either love somebody or don't. Does that mean you want to be in a relationship with them forever? No, I can not be in a relationship with you and have been in a relationship with you and love you and want the best for you. It's just that love shifts into, a less intimate way. But I, personally, when I love somebody, I try to love them for life, no matter, what happened or what the circumstances were. And, I just feel like we make it hard because we put expectations on people to be perfect, and they can't be.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, to add what you said, Michelle, for me, it's always been easy just to love all people. Like I always mean it. Like, you guys are my family. I love y'all like family. I love, my wife differently.
That's
the
first time you said that, by the way.
Aw.
Don't make me
I'm just
don't make me repeat it. Don't make me repeat it. I've said it a lot with not SyRok in the room. That's what it was. That's what it was. But no, like what you said, Michelle, big proponent for self-love, but it's like when you do spread so much love to all people, there's people out there that are like, nah, I want to just offer me. Like it's me, I. You can't always make it like that. Like, yes, you have to always put yourself first, but to me, it's easy just to, be just, I can walk to a stranger, man, be like, hey, what's up? Just, being compassionate, being approachable, like being a great extrovert or a people person. We live in a world right now, man, people don't want to be bothered. Like, if you come to them saying, hey, what's good? And they give you like a mean look, and I'm like, what happened? I just, or opening the door, little things. So we're in like an era now where it's just like, I don't know, man, self-guilt, just a lot of hate going on, division and things in that nature. But like you said, SyRok, putting in the work is hard. because let's be honest, as much as I critique Monique here on this show, I don't hate the woman. I don't know. I want to see her win. It's just it's sometimes hard to love and continue to promote and support her and things in that nature. But that goes for a lot of people within our family, friendships. It's not easy, like you said, to love, but it's very easy. It's not easy for the work on that aspect, but it's very easy to love. So it shouldn't be foreign to anybody to say, oh, that's kind of weird.
All right, now Kam, I'm gonna throw a curveball at you, and that's because you're our elder. You're the wise men of the group,
and the oldest. Sorry,
I'll take that.
Damn. So why would you think someone would hear the way I talk about love and get offended?
Because I don't necessarily, when you speak, and I'm only speaking on what you say on the radio, like we outside of may hear a different story at times, so we know you may go through things. You don't talk about those things. You talk about how great, and not that it isn't, but you talk about how great your life is, and your love for your family and stuff like that. Like, I don't know that you really divulge the hard part of things.
Maybe I like a little transparency to the audience.
So if someone from the outside looking in may hear what you're saying and may think that, I don't even want to say may think that you make it sound simple, because I don't think that either. But if they're not really having an inside view on the work that we know you put in, it could be easy for them to relay it that way.
Well, if it helps them, I made dinner for my ladies last night and almost burnt the house down.
Well, see, there you go.
Started a literal fire. Like, it wasn't like a little smoky, like, ooh, over the window. No, it was.
How do they feel now? Because I'm like, that's the question to ask. How do they feel now?
They love. They smell a little charcoal.
Charcoal's a good smell.
They came in here. They came in here coughing so hard. Y'all okay?
Yeah. I call it any mistake.
Done giving his wives the black lung now.
But it was just the rolls. The rest of it was just the rolls. I had the stove on broil.
God dang.
Oh,
God.
Can I finish my segment?
Them rolls came out like hockey pucks, man. Come on, SyRok.
They still in the stove, actually. I didn't bother taking them out. I was too disappointed. My man who wrote the question. Listen, I understand, especially how Kam just described it, and some of the ways that the work is followed through with my co-partners here. I get it. I do talk about love in a very positive manner, but it's not no facade. It's not I'm trying to say my life is better than you. That's what I believe. I truly believe that I function off the love that I give and receive, and it seems endless. As it seems like the more love I put into the people who's around me, the more love that I put into my audience, the people who I pay, the food I put food on men's tables for their family. That's love. I can't help it. And then I get it back in 10 times fold. I mean, I ain't trying to get all preachy, but that's just how my life
let them use you.
Turns out. You know what I mean? There are some crazy things that happen. I didn't been vandalized and some more stuff. I'm not gonna do no tearjerkers, but life does get hard. Yeah. But I go over those speed bumps real smooth because of all the love that I put out there. Facts. So yeah, I can talk about love like it's easy because it is. Now that work, it get difficult. Them works get difficult, but hey, I can't take that back, my man. And that's my SyRok What You Think. Yeah.
Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. That was a real. I don't know. That might have been. That's one of my favorite ones. That was one of my favorite ones, man. That's one of my favorite
It's
ones.
because I'm sober. As far as alcohol.
Oh,
I was just about to say.
Other drugs.
Kim was about to say, are you?
Other drugs are definitely circulating through my body right now, but no liquids.
Cam's response was priceless.
because we literally just talked about transparency, right?
You did. Let me finish.
Oh my gosh. Oh well, look, we are coming. Look, we gotta go to our hustle queen here. It's time for Michelle's corner.
It is now time for Michelle's corner.
Wait, is that Kale's voice?
Yes.
We're processing.
Doesn't that intro remind?
Hampton Roads. Okay, well, since we had a lovely segment on love, I'm gonna have the segment on the opposite side of that.
Lord
Unplanned. I just want to say this is completely unplanned. But so I was reading an article the other day talking about the higher percentages, the percentage increase by generation who are now in open relationships and polyamorous, those type of relationships. So some of the statistics, Generation X, which obviously that's our younger generation, they have the highest percentage of being polyamorous or in an open relationship, as well as not getting married at all. And then, of course, as you go up the chain, millennials and smack dab in the middle, we're sitting around 10% of us are, polyamorous or in an open relationship. The older generation, they're actually, sitting decently around 19%, which kind of surprised me. I thought they would be a little more conservative. But some of the questions they were asking, obviously the younger generation, why are so many more of them in open relationships? Why are they, not getting married? Why are they polyamorous? Is it because they're more accepting of lifestyles? Is it trauma from the parents? Which, I'll be honest, my own children have said this to me. And I'm like, wow, that hurts. But, many of you may know I've been divorced twice. I got married when I was 18, right after high school, married at 29, divorced, both times, obviously. And my kids have said, I don't really want to go through what I watched you go through. I want to be with somebody for a long time before I even consider it, because I just don't want to go down. I saw what it did to you, what you went through. And, and I've asked them, what your friends and stuff, do you guys talk about that? And they're like, yeah, it's like all of our parents are divorced, and we just don't want to repeat that. Is it more of because of the trauma, that they've seen, witnessed, and been through, that they are just like, don't really necessarily want to get married, or they would rather keep polyamorous lifestyle, open lifestyle? Or is it just because they're a more open and accepting? What do you guys think?
So I can't speak on the decline of marriage part. I don't really have an answer for that one. I've been curious about it myself. However, the open and polyamorous relationship thing, I think I do have a good key point of view on that one. And it comes down to the American dream was that one husband, one wife, 2 kids,
white picket fence, and dog,
front and backyard, right? Yeah. But in reality, we used to pride ourselves off America. We used to pride ourselves off of being the melting pot. And a lot of people just didn't want that lifestyle to begin with. A lot of people always wanted to live this sort of life and felt kind of constricted or in some type of box, because of how society dictated what was the social norm. Absolutely. Now that we're getting, like, it's 2024, a lot of people just stop caring. Yeah. A lot of people just don't care what other people think and are solely going for what makes them happy. And in a lot of situations, monogamous relationships just is not and it still is a large group of people that still want to see the so-called American dream still happen, and they're actually on the fence of like they're the villains in a sense, because I feel like in 2024 our society is well more accepting of all things, but certain areas won't accept it. And then on top of that, the younger generation, I mean, they're always in the phone. What are they looking at? They're looking at celebs. They're looking at what's going on. I mean, celebrities getting divorced 24/7. I mean, that's like a regular thing. And then on top of that,
I mean, living a like very vivacious, lifestyle. I don't even know if that's a freaking word, but like living that wild lifestyle, like they're seeing what that is, and they're like, okay, I want to pursue that. Now, yeah, maybe like trauma could definitely play a part, but I just think is what are they like? What's in front of their faces in everyday life, like 24/7. I just think it's 2024, so they're gonna see that. Now, the 19% of the older people, that was actually pretty funny. They like to get nasty. They like to get a little nasty.
That's because they're divorced, and it's like,
been married for 60 years. They like,
I'm cutting free.
My spouse done died. I'm like, all right, time to get a little freaky.
The 50 and up club has the highest divorce rate, 55% divorce rate out of all the generations.
I wonder because, like you said,
more of them got married too.
They showed up to them parties, some special parties, and 90% of the people there are 50 and up.
Well, because it's like, look, their kids, look, they've already raised their kids. They grown. They probably had grandparents. They retired. They're like, why not? I mean, before I leave this earth, I gotta try it out, right? So I feel like that's kind of like the largest number when it comes to the older generation. But younger people, man, it's a different lifestyle. For one, it's expensive as hell to really try and have a family. If you think about it, it's expensive to be a homeowner because there's a lot. There was a story where a lot of kids that moved out of their parents' house to get their own home. Now they're moving back in because it's just so expensive. So it's just it's a weird I
know I got adults living in my house.
But
you trying to kick them out?
I'm not kicking my kids out at 18.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I would rather them work towards building
another
house.
Very
on
smart.
The land
very
that
smart.
I already own. Versus
don't go into
that's all about legacy wealth. Like that's what kills me when I do hear people that say, man, I can't wait till y'all turn 18, but you're passionate about legacy wealth. I'm like, come on. Or generational wealth.
Like, how you supposed to build that? And you, some naive kid who just finished high school.
You can't. I mean, it's a struggle. And then, like you said, just finish high school or even just finish college in debt. Like, I mean, you got to be smart with the dollars and cents, man. But Ken, what you think about it?
He busting it open. You already know it. You already know. You got them things all up, things and things.
So, like, I don't know. We don't have much time, so I'll get it into a little more on the podcast. But I will say, I've been necessarily saying that doesn't, whatever you just read doesn't surprise me. And I think people have been trying to live biblical ways for a very long time now, and they're starting to tear away from that because I think from the Bible there's interpretation also. And I think that the other piece of it is, to me, the whole monogamy thing isn't necessarily natural. I feel like that's something that you have to work towards to be like, you have to put yourself in that mindset. So it doesn't surprise me that people are, now is more a time than ever we look at LGBT and we're looking at everything else for you to live your truth and be who you are. So I think people,
I didn't think
that was hard. That
was hard.
Yeah.
I think nowadays people are learning to be more accepted for who they really are, as long as they're being their genuine selves. So I think that's where we are these days.
Man, I love that.
People hate. I noticed, especially on social media, you get more of that cancel culture swarming around gimmicks and pretending, and
absolutely,
because people don't have anything to do but run their mouth on social media. So we run out. We
can wrap it up, but we could carry this.
Definitely want to carry it in the pod. Great one to Michelle, by the way. Look, y'all, we will be back next Sunday at noon here on WNSB Hot 91.1, the soul of VA. Be sure to follow us on all social medias in your city too, on all social medias, our Smooth Club Media on all social medias. Just follow us, check us out. We got some great stuff happening. Look, we'll see y'all next Sunday. We about to go into the pod, so you can listen to on Odyssey, iHeartRadio, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Good break. All right, let's go.
So no, that was but real talk though. I mean, that was a really good one because it's a struggle now. I already mentioned it as far as like cost of living, but yeah, I think this younger generation is more accepting. I mean, if you think about it, look how many protests we've had from this generation, like 24/7
protests about
every fucking thing, everything.
Literally. You know, Cam, you brought up something interesting about like people taking a religious aspect to it.
That's true,
and it's very interesting to me because growing up in the church and reading the Bible and learning about it, there was a lot of stuff that I was like, the math is not mathing because people in the Bible had multiple wives. The men in the Bible had multiple wives.
Interpretation.
And I'm like,
absolutely.
so, you know, we're the ones that kind of shamed that. Obviously, the New Testament kind of takes a stronger stance on, you know, one man and one woman. But then it also states in the Bible, little Bible reference here, that, you know, anything that's agreeable between a man and a woman is acceptable in the eyes of God. So if you take that in consideration, that means if I'm married to you,
can you send me that scripture?
I know. I just saying, if we're married, you know,
now who's being nasty?
It's like if we both want to have
if anybody watching this right now,
like, you know, we want to have 6 girlfriends.
Ain't no sitting in the bed of a man. Everything I'm doing in there to hurt them and they.
But you know
it's in the name of the Lord. All right, I'm done. I'm sorry.
but you know what though? Like, I mean, to add to what Kay was saying as far as biblically too, it's like when you do hear these like known biblical leaders out here in our society, and they get caught up in a scandal of monogamy or of something even worse, and it's like, okay, for younger people,
polygamy.
What did I say?
Monogamy.
Oh, well, that too. I mean,
just sleeping with his wife.
How dare he?
Scandal.
Shame. But
we thought
those damn monogamy scandals, bro, gonna be the downfall of this damn nation.
How dare he?
Oh my God, y'all know what I mean. But like, God damn it. But no, it's like, you know, all these years you were raised from your parents telling you this and that because they were told by their person that they looked up to, and then on top of that, that person that they looked up to is involved in some shit, and then it's like, okay. But see, so who's telling the truth at this point?
That's where all that darkness happens,
and that's for any religion, really. I mean, any
cover it up like that, like covering up all that creates the darkness. If you just upfront with who you are in the beginning,
110%.
None of that slimy shit has to happen.
110%.
Great.
Yeah, you have to be accepting on what I mean. Just think about it, man. I mean, we're hosting hosting a pride event, right? I happen to say, like, look, we gotta still love our brothers and sisters in the LGBTQ community. There's straight men like, nah, man, because it's all like, why?
Well, like SyRok said, the gay is contagious. So if you support it, you are gay.
So y'all remember the gay rant. Y'all remember the gay rant where they thought everything gay.
Oh my gosh.
That whole removing one sock with the other foot.
Yo, that was classic fucking moment.
Crazy.
I'm telling you.
Classic
you
moment.
can't just love people for who they are and not be somehow related to you or them. Like, no.
So what age groups is Gen Z? Because you said Gen X is the youngest. What is a Gen Z? Is that like?
I'm never good with these groups.
Like
I know, I hate it too.
Think Nina and Zeke, who are artists, part of the
so that's
on
like
the team, the full
22,
package.
Okay, 22, 23.
Yeah, the X is like, you know, really the ones that are in
I'm cusping.
middle school, high school.
I'm like between two groups. I don't even know what they are. I don't remember. Like I'm like on the cusp of millennial, I think.
Yeah, I'm definitely in the last couple years of the millennial at 40. So I think I don't know what the cutoff is, but
I have the internet right in front of me.
I brought up Gen Z to have a little shits and giggles joke because it says experts warn Gen Z's record low sex rates could lead to shrinking and elastic genitalia. Yeah, elastic genitalia.
What?
Wait, run that back.
So experts in the medical field warns Gen Z's record low sex rates could lead to shrinking and elastic genitalia.
What?
Elastic?
What's an elastic genitalia?
I don't know. It says right here, elastic. I learned a new
Rubber
word.
dick?
Yeah, I was just
maybe
rubber dick.
I don't want rubber dick.
What?
Maybe
rubber dick.
The first thing I was really thinking, guys, was the low sex rate. That's what I was thinking.
Crazy to me. I would think the opposite.
Yeah, but
so if you say
hold up.
I don't hunch, I'm gonna get rubber dick. We gotta go.
We need to coin that phrase.
I haven't had sex
It's a
this
muscle.
morning.
Oh shit!
Is it not a muscle?
Right here until you make me very
any other
uncomfortable with
muscle?
that.
Maybe that, you know. That
So I'm gonna read a little
I
more.
don't skip dick day. Chest day, leg day, dick day. I don't know. I don't do that.
Those are all the same day.
Why did I hear a little laugh in the back and say,
Green room.
There's some chuckles in that green room.
They said, it's the day.
Okay. So it said, look, it said among, okay, I'm gonna read it just a little bit. I ain't gonna read the whole thing, but it said among young people between the ages of 18 and 30, 38% of those surveyed by California University in 20-something said that they hadn't had sexual partner in the past year. Scientists have warned that not having sex for weeks, months, or even years can be bad for your body. Now that I've heard.
What do we attribute this to? Because I hear a lot of that from the younger.
What,
folks.
not having a lot of sex or something?
Not really. Yeah. So what do we attribute to that?
No, the dog. These are that people who grew up locked in the crib. Locked in the crib, social status, and
introverts.
Gaming
Yeah.
online.
Very good point.
Through social media, you ain't talking to people in real life.
Interpersonal skills is at an all-time
Because self-esteem issues is like, I gotta go out and do something.
It ain't like they're trying to. It's
Right.
just that they ain't got no. And then that's why all these debates on why men hate women and men.
Yeah.
Women
But you
hate
would
men
think
and
I would assume with all these dating apps, I don't think they will.
But
that would be
still,
different.
it's just
still,
that
the
was what
dating
he's
app
saying.
Still takes away the whole.
I wonder what the percentage of those matches actually lead to people meeting each other from
very,
that.
Very
Oh,
because just because you're on a dating app doesn't necessarily mean you're actively meeting and going out with
insanely low.
people.
True.
Being on a dating site before, very low.
I still dabble
2%.
because why not?
2%.
Because we all know Cam likes to get a little nasty sometimes.
Because why not?
2% if they actually show up.
I want to. Are we good here? Yeah. I want to get back to the SyRok. What you think? The love thing.
Okay.
That shit is hard, and I think anything that requires effort and is worth it is hard. Love shouldn't be easy. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's when that person sees you going, and now I'm talking about romantic love. I'm not talking about all the other types of love and stuff like that. I'm talking
You talking about
person,
maintaining it?
Intimate.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about intimate love.
Absolutely. And I think if you are running through walls for that person is running through walls for you, you're accepting people like, that other person at their faults and all that shit ain't easy. We're all selfish at heart.
Yeah.
No matter how much you look out for others, you are looking to preserve uno. Whether it's because you need to be all right. Talk to me, SyRok.
I know. Okay, I'm 50-50 with that one.
So before I do disagree, your logic is sound. You're not saying nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm different in my case. It is extremely easy to love Shauna.
Okay.
It is extremely easy to love Prayer. It's just I don't like. I get what you're saying, like running through walls and and making sacrifices and you might get annoyed here or get a little sad here because of this reason. But when I think about the overall risk gain, effort versus reward, it just seems easy.
But SyRok, did that take time though? Like, was that the case? Like, say in your beginning stages of marriage? Because for me, I'm going on like 2 years, and I'm still continuing
on site with both of them. I stopped the world, dog. I saw Shauna walking down the street. I was supposed to be doing something important. I don't even know. And the only lame thing I could come up with was, "Can you grease my scalp?" Because I had braids back then, dog.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you grease my scalp?
Like the only thing that I could have came up with, and I ain't left her side.
Not can you grease my scalp?
Dude, I'm from the time I just know. I just know.
And there are cases like that.
I was about to say, I feel like that's rare.
Your person.
That's rare.
Now I have been wrong.
Right.
But even then, the effort of on my end, putting my heart on my sleeve, loving the it was extremely easy to do. Yeah. It just that shit got cut off, and it burned,
and that's dope. And that's dope. You are the exception, not the rule. In this game of love, like that's. I mean, just speaking through experience, friends, family, et cetera, you see it. You hear the stories. You know what people go through.
Yeah.
Talk to an old couple. But I've been trying to leave this motherfucker for 15 years now.
But them health benefits, goddamn it, that Social Security check.
You know what I'm saying?
That 401k is real good to me. It's good.
Where am I going now?
At that point,
I shop at the commissary all the time. I can't get that up. I can't get up the commissary. What's wrong with you?
They learn to live with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, salute to you because I see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you're saying is true. I just don't. Not everyone has that.
I think SyRok is a really rare like case in a sense for real because, and I will speak for myself. Like Shier and I, we've had arguments that will. The reason why we would argue is like one of us will see something that's unfair. Like, wait a minute, I feel like I'm doing all this, and then I feel like I'm doing all this, and I'm just like,
and that's
You
where
know
I
how-
and that's why I say
So this is how I address those.
me first in my head.
exactly.
Because I ain't gonna be no bitch. You ain't gonna get over on me. you better watch them motherfucking dishes.
So okay. This is how I address that type of situation. Let's use LeBron James as a good example.
Perfect example.
Not in his relationship. I'm talking about his record.
Okay.
How many games has LeBron James lost?
A lot.
A lot.
For sure.
Yet he is still considered one of the GOATs.
Mm.
I've been on the negative receiving end of the relationship plenty of times.
Mm.
There's been times where, I'm only getting 20%.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That happens.
Absolutely.
But how many times have I had all of her love?
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I do understand, like, man, that don't seem fair.
Yeah.
But how many times wasn't it fair to her?
True.
There's been a lot of situations
Absolutely.
where I burned her, insulted her, embarrassed her, forgot. You know what I mean?
That's an adult relationship.
Right. So
But
when it
stop right
happens
there.
to
Stop
me,
right there.
Who am I?
How when you burnt her, when you embarrassed her, et cetera, you were being your selfish self. And that was my point. Our natural inclination is to preserve self.
Yeah.
That's just a human thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to think outside of that and see, you're acting on, you always put them first. I appreciate that. I love that. You're making an extra effort to do that though.
Yeah.
You may not realize that, but you're doing that. You get what I'm saying?
It's a choice.
Yeah, for sure. Because your love for them, you know?
Yeah.
But like Aaron, you look at them, you think they don't argue.
Shit.
Yeah.
But
Shit.
But that's all because this relationship is
Wow, that was like really, really. Like,
My wife doesn't even curse, but you know what she would say? Shoot. Love you, baby. Love you. But it's tough.
hard. So your relationship is really on the front street, like it's in the political world, the entertainment world, the business world.
We're in a household with two very strong, passionate opinions, meaning that even if one of us will tell someone like this side, I mean, and I've always been this person, like even if someone tells me one thing, I'm like, okay, I'm always gonna 50-50 believe it because I want to see it.
Him and I have had it out. Had it out on topics respectfully, but we're going back and forth. Be like, nah.
But
let me talk.
literally, it's like either like brother to brother, like Cabo, or like cousin, and that's the fun. And it's funny because, and not trying to get sidetracked, but Kam being a New Yorker is how I was raised in my household because all my moms, my aunts, my cousins. I mean, I'm like, God dang, as a kid, I'm like, are y'all okay? Yeah, we fine. Like, I'm like, okay, all right. What's wrong with you? Now, hand me some of that fried fish real quick. I'm hungry. But no, like we live, we're two different, very strong opinion people. But at the end of the day, man, when Shier and I, we have some passionate conversations. She brings so many different scenarios. Like, damn, I don't know, thinking that was so smart. And it's always good to feel. I mean, and for my in-laws as well. I mean, even within their family, they have those like debates, and same in mine. So it can be tough, but I mean, where are you gonna go to with that one as far as question?
I was just because like that pressure, like I'm in the entertainment, right? I'm in entertainment, and my relationship is on Front Street when we're at work together. Like I'm doing a show, she's in the audience, or they're both in the audience, or I don't know, I'm walking through the mall and someone recognizes me, I'm with Lil Prey or you know, it's just
I think
but as soon as I leave, it's off.
But it's
With
also
him,
an image thing
always
because
on.
from what I'm interpreting what you're saying, he's more on the squeaky clean side.
Yeah.
So like he has to keep up that face because
right.
he's you're a comedian.
I'm allowed to be dirty.
Exactly.
You're like in the front of the faces of our mayors, but you're not a comedian, so you can't just be like.
But you know what though? I feel as though I change the narrative though. When I say that is because people assume you gotta be squeaky clean for like when you with certain people with suits. Best believe they like to have fun too. They're not. Nobody is, and that's why I'm always privileged to have those friendships because I make them feel not uncomfortable, but I make them feel like, dude, let your hair hang low, man. Calm down. Don't need to be all.
Wait, you're the me in other groups outside.
I am. I really am.
What?
Crazy.
Except instead of a joint, I have a cigar in my mouth. It's just So
I don't smoke joints. Some things too small. You can't fit more than a gram in a joint. I'm smoking gorilla fingers.
I didn't know this. I thought they were all just. I apologize. I didn't know the lingo. My bad.
Baby out here thinking
I'm sorry. I didn't know. My bad. But no, like it is. But it is. As far as pressure is concerned, like I do know when to like. When we do end a debate, because I think for us, like Sherry and myself, we love to like, we want to come out on top, but sometimes we just gotta be like, no, we ain't getting nowhere with this. Like, come on, calm down, because then we don't want it to get to an argument situation, because we do have like our strong, and sometimes just be like, you know what, honey, you right, even though deep down I'm just like.
But Michelle, it's interesting with you also because you share a business relationship with your ex-husband.
Literally.
Walk us through that.
I'll be honest, the first year and a half, it was a lot of yelling, a lot of crying, a lot of counseling.
Yeah.
We both contributed to, the downfall, but if I'm being honest, I think I had the highest contribution. So I had a lot of guilt and, just a lot of
contribution to the downfall, you mean?
Of the marriage. Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
And so being in business every day, that first year and a half, we both wanted to quit multiple times, but we stayed because for the betterment of the business and all the employees, if one of us were to have pulled out, it would have destroyed the business. And for me, he started the business when he was literally 19 years old out of his dorm room at CNU, so he, for him, I didn't want to see something he had built all the way from 19 on up to go up in flames just because the relationship didn't work.
That shit would have folded.
And that's the love.
The business would have been over.
I know, but that's the love that I'm talking about because even though he didn't believe me at the time, and I didn't believe him at the time when we said we still loved each other.
Yeah.
We displayed it in basically preserving both of our dreams and him still having me as part of the business and not demanding that I get out. That provided all the opportunities that I'm doing right now because it gave me time to make income and to continue to learn lessons, to continue to learn to be a business owner and a leader so that I could then step into the role I'm in now.
I always thought you was gangster.
But it was very
them long nails, man.
Difficult. Nails, it was one of the darkest periods of my life.
Yeah.
Like I get choked up thinking about it. And you were there through a lot of that too. Like we were friends, talking and, I still have moments, him and I still have moments where we're like, we'll get on each other's nerves, but now we kind of just joke with each other. But we can talk about dating. We talk about sex. Like we talk about all kind of, topics now. And it's just like, we're just like best friends, which seems very strange and not inviting to people that I try to date or that I'm dating or would date. It's not an inviting situation, which I think is also why I'm so comfortable in a polyamorous lifestyle because Damaris is not going anywhere, my ex-husband, from my life. And I make that clear. Like we're always going to be friends. I'm always going to, lift him up and him lift me up in the things we do. And that to me is the ultimate love, loving somebody, even when you didn't get from them what you expected to get from them. that's when it's like,
And it does help that
all of us dropped bars this episode.
Look.
This was a good one.
And Michelle,
Good one.
it does help when y'all make a shit ton of money too. I mean, let's be honest, you know, all about the
But we
money, all about the
do-
money,
we
the
do
money.
because of that, because we have a cohesive friendship now.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we were at each other's throat the whole time?
Yeah.
We would be in bankrupt.
It'd crumble.
honestly.
It'd crumble.
Well,
Yeah.
man, y'all, great show, man, great,
Absolutely.
damn great show. Well, look, y'all.
I was just showing off, not for y'all. I was just showing off.
Anyway, y'all, look, as we mentioned on our radio show, we will be ending
We
our.
out. Oh, my
Jesus
bad.
Wow.
Christ.
My bad.
Wow.
My bad.
Wow.
I was gonna say it's bittersweet, but obviously on Cam's end, it's very sweet for him. Man, it's too excited. But no, we will be coming to a close with our partnership with WNSB as far as for in your city. But no worries, in your city will still be very much.
Amen. Amen.
So okay. So as y'all know, June 30th will be our last show on WNSB Hot 91.1 FM.
We
So
are
be-
so unserious.
and ignore the ignorance in behind my voice, ladies and gentlemen. Ignore the ignorance. But yes, we are going to continue to grow. I mean, we are growing, and in your city is not going anywhere. We have some great stuff coming in the future. So be sure to continue to tune in, support, follow us on all social media platforms. Listen to us on iHeartRadio, Odyssey, wherever you listen to your podcast in your city. And also follow In Your City too on IG. And yeah, we got a lot of great shit happening. And what do we got? Am I forgetting something?
June 9th.
Oh Lord, yes, June 9th. We are hosting Pride in the Peak, the 3rd annual Pride in the Peak over in Chesapeake, Virginia. Is going to be dope. From 12 to 5 over at Summit Point. It's going to be loads of food vendors, local businesses, performances hitting the stage, man. We're very excited to be the MCs for this year's. And I mean, we're expecting about 6,000 or 7,000. That's what we were told from the creators of it, or the coordinators. So we're very excited. It's presented by Family Dollar and Dollar Tree. Also, stay tuned for the full package. That's coming real soon.
15th.
June 15th.
Is the
Trailer release,
trailer
baby.
Release, Buco Resto.
Trailer release.
6 p.m. Come to Buco Resto. We will be releasing the official trailer for the show.
And y'all,
no. And then June 22nd, Capture the World Festival, the biggest festival in Hampton, Virginia. It's gonna be crazy. Capture the World Imperial is heading in that one. A whole bunch of local vendors and clothing designers. Performers is going to be there, and guess who's hosting it?
Let's go.
Your boy.
Yes, sir.
That's your boy. Who's that? I know. Is that his first, last nickname? Shaboy. From here. Honestly,
possibly could
You know
be
what?
the funniest thing I've ever heard Arrington say on this show.
Now he didn't
Just
open
question.
up a gate. Now he did one good joke, and now all of a sudden.
all I did was just ask a question. I don't understand.
The sarcasm.
Anyway, Millport Park in Hampton, Virginia, June 22nd, man. The Capture the World Festival, man, is going to be packed. Thousands of people are going to be there. Hosted by SyRok Foxx and backed up by Fortresses, man. It's going to be a dope time.
And also two more things. June 15th, the Revolution Foundation will be hosting a free men's health fair over at Bethany Baptist Church. To register, Eventbrite is on right now, so go ahead and register. We're gonna have loads of resource vendors because we gotta take care of our body.
Check your sugar.
Externally and internally.
Yep.
He's absolutely right. So I'm very excited, man. Our flyer is dope, by the way. Gotta shout out my bro here, Mr. SyRok Foxx. And also, man, congrats, because we got an event tonight. Matter of fact, I mean, we got an event tonight.
By the time you hear this, it'll be too late.
I know, but just we got
and the vibe will be out there.
That's
Let's
right.
go.
That's right.
So let me go ahead and I'm sorry that I was late. Yeah, I'm gonna be late. So I'm sorry. I apologize that I showed up late, man.
My
But
man is preemptively
y'all held it
late.
down. My representatives got it. That's why I got employees now for it. And they gonna be taking care of it while I'm
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. But yeah, fam. Yeah, we got a lot going on. So we out. Continue to support in your city.
Yeah.
See y'all next time.
Let's go.
That's how you get out of here before I'm late for real.
Get your ass out.